Hey, this is Mr. Coker with Foundations of Algebra, Lesson 5-2, Non-Metric Conversions. So, the last Foundations of Algebra video dealt with metric conversions, and so this one deals with non-metric conversions when we are not just using the metric system. So, I've got two examples that I'm going to show you, and should make it pretty easy once you see how to do it. The first one, 12 feet equals blank inches. So we're trying to find out how many, let's say we know we've got 12 feet and we just want to say how many inches are in 12 feet. To do this, we're going to need to remember there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So 12 inches equals 1 foot. When we are doing one of these conversions, I'm going to start by writing our starting value, 12 feet over 1. It's important you put the feet, and it's important when you put it over 1 that it does not have any unit with it. It's just 12 feet over 1. And we're going to multiply. So multiplying fractions comes in handy here, knowing how to do it. So, the second thing we're going to do, since we're changing from feet to inches, we're going to take our unit conversion and we're going to make that the next fraction. But a question could be, how do you know which one to put on top and how do you know which one to put on bottom? So, we know we've got 12 inches in 1 foot. If I put 1 foot over 12 inches, here's what I would get. I would get 12 times 1, and I would get feet times feet. Well, then I'd have square feet over inches. Can't have that. That our answer wouldn't make sense because we'd have some number of feet squared over some number of inches. What we want to do here is we want to put 12 inches over 1 foot. Well, if I flip that, our answer could not possibly make sense. But here it does because we have feet on top and feet on bottom. Those, because they're fractions, and when we divide feet by feet, a unit by a unit, we cancel them out. And that leaves us with only inches left, and that's what we want to know. So that works perfectly. Now we just multiply 12 times 12 is 144. It's 144 inches, and it's over 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Well, we don't have any units on bottom. Well, 144 over 1, of course, is still 144. And then that's our answer. Now that one probably looks pretty easy, and it is easy. Well, what about when we have a unit and when we need to do 2 unit conversions? So, in this example, we have 72 inches equals blank yards. So let's say that someone tells you that you need 72 inches for a first down. A team needs 72 inches for a first down, and you're like, okay, I don't know what that means. Just give it to me in yards. Well, let's find out how to figure that out without knowing the yards. I'm going to again start with 72 inches over 1. So 72 inches over 1. Our starting value with the unit over 1. And I know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. Well, if I know that, I can convert it into feet. Remember, we have inches on top, so we won't do, well, I'm going to have to go to this unit measure to convert it to feet, 12 inches to 1 foot, and then change it from feet to yards. So again, I'm going to put my inches on bottom, and put my feet on top. Last time we had it reversed, but that's because last time we had feet on top, so we put feet on bottom. This time we have inches on top, so we put inches on bottom. That should make sense, I hope. Now we do our second unit conversion. Because remember, this is going to tell us how many feet we have, but we don't want to know feet. We want to know yards. So I'm going to do another fraction. This time I'm going to put 1 yard on top, and I'm going to put 3 feet on bottom. This is using, we first use the 12 inches equals 1 foot conversion, and then we do the 1 yard equals 3 feet conversion. Well, this time feet goes on bottom because we have a feet on top. We always want 1 on top, 1 on bottom, 1 on top, 1 on bottom, where they're the same. And that should leave us with the unit we're looking for being the only unit left. So if I multiply this, 72 times 1 is, of course, still 72, and it's 72 yards. And then on bottom, we're just multiplying fractions. Our inches and feet crossed out, so all we have left are constants. 1 times 12 times 3, put that in a calculator, of course it's 36. And we have 72 yards over 36. Well, you can probably guess that's not what we want. We don't want our answer to look like this. So divide, 72 divided by 36 is 2. Simplify that, of course, by dividing, and we get 2 yards. So, just to recap, no matter how many unit conversions we're doing, all you have to do to make sure you do it correctly, you first of all use the correct unit conversion or rate, and then make sure that you always start with your beginning unit, or your beginning number and unit over 1, just 1, and then from there on out, make sure that when you pick the unit conversion rate as a fraction, that you put the same unit on top and bottom so they cancel out. Same unit on top and bottom so they cancel out. And you should be left with only the unit you're looking for left. From there on out, it's just a very simple multiplication problem that you can just do in a calculator. So anyway, non-metric conversions, probably not much harder than metric conversions. So thanks for watching.